Welcome to the Beginner Photography Podcast with your host, Raymond Hatfield. The photography podcast dedicated to helping you grow by answering your photography questions every weekday. Email Raymond at beginnerphotographypodcast@gmail.com to get your photography questions answered. Now, let's get into today's question.
We gotta come up with something different than like, Paul, welcome back.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, tomorrow. Paul, what's today's question?
All right, this is from Peter. He says, my least favorite part of photography is posing people. I'm the worst. What do people do with their hands? Help.
Oh, Peter, I've been there. A lot of photographers have been there.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's a very common problem. In fact,
there goes another saying.
A penny saved is a penny earned, Peter.
Here we go.
What I mean by that, actually, that doesn't make any sense at all. But, a lot of times...
No.
A
penny saved is a penny earned doesn't make sense because it's your penny. You already have it.
Right. Peter already has it.
So you're not earning anything if you already have it.
But listen to me, Paul. It's
like going to work.
But if you have the penny, now you can tell people what to do with their hands. That's why. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Flick the pennies. Put it in their pockets, do whatever. No, in all honesty, though, Peter, this is you're not alone. It's a very common thing. A lot of people have problems with posing, and they're not comfortable with posing. And it's really not as hard as you think that it is. Once you do a lot of it, right? And I know that it's like, well, duh. What's the 10,000 hour rule? You do anything for 10,000 hours, like you're gonna be a master at it. Oh, come on.
No,
you haven't heard that one either.
No.
Do you live under a rock? You've never heard that?
I'm taking a psychology class right now, and they said 62 days. If you do something for 62 days, give or take a couple of days in there, then it becomes a habit. Times that by 24. What does it come out to? 1,500 hours. You're still under. You're still under.
Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't come up with a saying. Other people came up with the saying. Okay. I'm just going. My point is, you don't have to spend 62 days or 10,000 hours posing people to be good at it. I think that you might just be looking at it wrong. When it comes to posing people, the way that I do it is I direct them. I give them an action to do so that it's not like super stiff, right? The couple who gets super close together, all right, put your hand here, put this hand on his chest so we can show off the ring. You didn't think of that one. Bring your hips together, stick out your left leg so that it looks like it's pop. Like, I don't do any of that stuff, because that all looks super, super fake. I just put them in, I just tell them to get close, right? Just get close, whatever. It doesn't even matter, because what I want is their reaction. And then I give them either, some
toot.
What? No, I don't. No. What's funny is that I don't think that's ever happened. That's good. That's a good thing. I should put that on my website. But I give them either like a game to play, or I tell them things that like tell her this, or just get close to each other, really, because they are going to know their relationship better than you're going to know their relationship. So you want to show off, you want to play to that strength. So, I tell him to do things like get close to each other, and then I tell him, okay, on the count of 3, I want you to just, give her as many kisses as you can, on the neck or something like that. And it's always something that's this is just, such an awkward situation that it makes them laugh. Okay, and what you want is just for them to be having fun, or to at least appear that they're having fun.
I would throw you for a loop. If you told me to do that, I would be like, you got it. And then I would just attempt that, and then my wife would get mad at me, and then you'd see
More emotions in the photos.
not having fun.
Yeah, right. You know, another thing that I do. Yeah. At that point, I'd be like, "Ooh, okay. Next question," and then I'd go on, and then I'd
What
be
do
like,
you smell?
Paul, no, I'd be like, Paul, when I say 3, I want you to whisper in your wife's ear a time when you were most proud of her, right? And then she's gonna get all sentimental, like, "Oh, that's a really good moment," unless you can't think of any moments, and then you're just kind of a
Then
jerk.
she'd look at me, and I'd be just like lost. I'd be like, "What? Why are you setting me up like this, dude?
Look,
I'm the one paying the bills around here. You really want to make me mad with this one?" Yeah.
that's never happened to me before. Because
Shh.
people are gonna say something regardless, right? So when you give it an action instead of trying to pose people really stiff, that is when posing becomes easy because you're not posing. One of the problems that people fall into is that, like, right in the beginning, they say, like, "Oh, you know what? I hate posing, and therefore I'm just not going to do it anymore." And then they call themselves a documentary photographer. Like, "Oh, I just capture, like,
That sounds cool.
honest moments," or something like that. And that's really doing a disservice to actual documentary photographers.
What?
So actual documentary photographers are, like, you know, sometimes ex-photojournalists, or like, they spend all of their time focusing on trying to not interact in any way, shape, or form with their environment, but just capturing it as it happens, right? But a lot of times when people get frustrated and they're like, "I just don't want to do posing anymore. Oh, documentary wedding photography doesn't pose people. That's what I want to do." They're doing a disservice to their clients. Because
So you would be a documentary photographer if you shot a funeral?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. You wouldn't go in there like, "Okay, smile and say cheese." Like, that's the wrong thing to do. That's not what you would be doing. You would be simply...
Let's all gather around.
I think that that's actually a really good way of looking at it. Is if you think that you're a documentary wedding photographer, or a documentary photographer rather, ask yourself, would I be saying this at a funeral, or would I be doing this at a funeral? Whatever it is that you're doing. And if the answer is no, then you're probably just cheating yourself, and therefore cheating your clients.
That's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe for more daily photo knowledge. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast so we can continue to bring you the best content possible.